This panel begins with a question. The question is that if the Berachah of ASHER YATZAR is ostensibly one that relates to one's toileting needs, why then has it been included in the Birchat HaShachar? The Birchat HaShachar begins the formal interaction between man and God. The quest to respond to this question has led me to the more general topic of the role that Malachim and the Neshamot have in the Nusach HaTfilah. The role of the Malachim and the Neshamot, as prescribed by the authors of the Siddur, also mandated an understanding of the Kabbalistic system, which is built upon the concept of the four parallel worlds, or systems, of Atzilut, Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiyah. Bria, the world of the Neshamot, not connected to a physical guf, a physical body. Yetzirah, the world of the Malachim, however one understands Malachim. And the fourth world, Asiyah, where a Neshama is bonded with a physical guf. Asiyah, the world that we see and understand. Each of the four parallel worlds is composed of the 10 Sfirot, as reflected in the Nusach for the 49 days of Sfirat HaOmer, not only in the Nusach Sepharad, which is more closely linked to the Kabbalistic tradition, but also in the Nusach Ashkenaz, where each of the 49 days reflects a permutation of each of the 7 Midot Sfirot, beginning with Chesed and ending with Malchut. So that day 1 of Sfirat HaOmer reflects the Sfira of Chesed Shebechesed, then you have Gvura Shebechesed, then you have Tiferet Shebechesed, and so on and so forth, down to the 49th day of Sfirat HaOmer, which is linked to Malchut Shebemalchut. A large component of the Siddur geography for Shacharit is allocated to the daily routine of the Malachim, of which 3 categories are mentioned: the Ofanim, the Chayot, HaKodesh, and the Sfrafim, as they offer their tefillot to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. However, this entire process is understood. And then we have the Malachim that arrive to the Shabbat table. They are invited into the house with the tefillah song of Shalom Aleichem Malachi Hasharet, Barachem L'Shalom, Baruchuni L'Shalom, where we ask these Malachim to bless us, and then we escort them out with Tzeitechem L'Shalom. It is in this context that I now turn to the Berachah of ASHER YATZAR and its connection to Malachim. The textual basis for the recitation of the ASHER YATZAR in connection to toileting is found in Masechet Berachot, Daf Samach Amud Bet, where the Gemara states that before entering the Bet HaKisei, Kisei is a chair, and in the days of the Gemara I would assume, at best they would have had outhouses that allows the person to sit while defecating. The Gemara records an unnamed source that Hanichnas LeBeit HaKisei, when one enters the Beit HaKisei, one addresses the angels who accompany him at all times, that be honored, honorable holy ones, servants of the One on High, give honor to God of Israel, please leave me until I enter and do my will, in other words, my toileting need, and I'll come back to you. Upon exiting, he utters a bracha, and that bracha is the ASHER YATZAR et ha'adam b'chachma, u'baraba nekavim nekavim chalulim chalulim, and a slight change from the wording that we now have. Echad mehem oy im yistom echad mehem efshel la'amod lefanecha. Except for the 2 small changes, the Posukim have retained the bracha of ASHER YATZAR verbatim from the Gemara. However, the tefillah requesting that the Malachim remain outside the Beit HaKisei has not been retained. But it does underscore the mindset of the Frum Orthodox equivalent in the times of the Amoraim with respect to the Malachim. The Gemara then goes on to provide us with a number of opinions regarding the concluding bracha, one from Rav, Berachah Hashem Rofeh Cholim. Rav's counterpart, Shmuel, takes issue with Rav's wording, offering an alternative option, Berachah Hashem Rofeh Kol Basar. The third opinion from Rav Sheshet, Berachah Hashem Mafli La'asot. The Gemara records the view of Rav Papa to combine the opinion of Shmuel and Rav Sheshet, so that the concluding bracha reads Berachah Hashem Rofeh Kol Basar or Mafli La'asot. The wording that we now have from the Gemara, it is patently clear that the bracha of ASHER YATZAR is linked to toileting, and if so, why has it been included by the authors of the Siddur into the Birkat HaShachar? This question is addressed by the Shulchan Aruch HaRAV in the opening paragraph to Siman Vav. The Shulchan Aruch HaRAV devotes 9 paragraphs to the laws of ASHER YATZAR and the Elokai Neshama. The style is very difficult to translate literally, and hence I shall be offering a paraphrasing of the information to the best of my ability. The difficulty lies in the fact that the Shulchan Aruch HaRAV, in addition to presenting the actual halacha, also forewarns and explains away, where appropriate, conflicting opinions that relate to the Pesach halacha. In paragraph Aleph, we take note of the fact that, as far as the Gemara is concerned, the bracha of ASHER YATZAR is limited to the act of toileting. Nevertheless, Minhag Yisrael is to recite this bracha of ASHER YATZAR in Tfilat Shacharit, irrespective as to whether or not one has or has not emptied one's bladder or had a bowel movement before Tfilah. This Psak Halacha can be traced back to the REMAH, Siman Dalad Seif Aleph. The Magen Avraham, in explaining the halacha of the REMAH, introduces a novel concept, the concept of Bria Chadasha, where one goes to sleep, very often exhausted, both mentally and physically, and then awakened with renewed energy to face the coming day. And it is on account of the Bria Chadasha theory that the ASHER YATZAR bracha, although linked to one's toileting, is recited as part of the Birkat HaShachar, whether or not one has used the bathroom prior to Tfilah. There is the acknowledgement of this new creation, created by God with Chachmah. The Magen Avraham goes on to suggest that while technically one need not have to go to the toilet prior to Tfilah, where possible one should do so, and following the toileting wash the Netilat Yadayim a second time, in this case possibly after one has dressed, ready to face the day, and have the Berachah for the Netilat Yadayim recited over the second washing. Accordingly, the ASHER YATZAR bracha has 2 functions, 1 for the toileting and 2 for the Bria Chadasha. In this way, the Alter Rebbe has justified the insertion of the ASHER YATZAR bracha into the Birkat HaShachar, despite the fact that the Gemara seems to link ASHER YATZAR to the act of toileting.